Some might see this as a classic early 90s platformer. Precise controls, refined level design, and hard difficult that doesn't forgive mistakes. Others might say it's a game from the era when license project could still be high quality. And both would be right, but it's worth adding, this game gave kids of the 90s both joy and frustration at the same time. Here's Darkwing Duck on the NES. Hi, my name is Perseval, and on this channel I talk about video games and more. Today we are discussing the legendary NES game Darkwing Duck. This game was based on the animated series Darkwing Duck. The show was usually paired with DuckTales and Chip and Dale. The creator of the series was Ted Stones, who also worked on Chip and Dale and Aladdin. The main character of the show Darkwing Duck, whose real name is Drake Mallard. No, not this Drake. He lives in the city of St. Canard, a clear prototype of Gotham City. The entire series is of course a big parody of Batman. Fun fact, the show also parodies Zorro, and it's easy to forget that Batman himself was originally inspired by a masked hero fighting crime. The villains are another colorful highlight of the series. They are unexpected in comic-style stories, memorable and engaging. Negaduck, his main foe in the series, but unfortunately not included in the game. Megavolt, a maniac who controls electricity. Quackerjack, a crazy clone with explosive toys, an obvious nod to the Joker. Bushroot, a scientist mutant who became a plant, similar to DC Poison Ivy. Liquidator, a man turned into water after an experiment. Steelbeak, a mobster with a metal beak. The final boss in the game. In terms of styles and atmosphere, the show was very different from classic DuckTales. While those were light and adventurous, Darkwing Duck was a noir with humor. I love the combination of Dark City, superhero parodies, and cartoonish jokes. The show often poked fun at superhero cliché, over-the-top speeches, illogical crimes, strange costumes. Darkwing himself is more of an anti-hero, a bit self-absorbed, often doing silly things but always standing for good. The game was released in 1992 for the NES, and it's important to note that it came out at the very end of the NES life cycle. By then, companies were already focusing on the SNES and Sega Genesis. Because of this, Darkwing Duck often got overlooked among new 16-bit releases. Nevertheless, the developer and publisher Capcom did an excellent job. The team behind this game had previously worked on DuckTales, Chip and Dale, and Tailspin. This was truly the golden age of Capcom-Disney collaboration. Almost all their NES titles are considered classics today. At the very start, players can choose from 3 levels. Most begin with the bridge. It's a very atmospheric and immediately gives you a sense of the game's difficulty. The level introduces the city of St. Canard. The boss, Quackerjack, is a psychotic toy magnate who uses his toys as weapon. Next is the Downtown City Center, a level in-house. The boss here is Wolfduck, a werewolf who transforms into a wolf. In my opinion, he's the easiest boss in the game. The third level is the Sewer, dark and wet, filled with traps. The boss is Liquidator, a water mutant who can manipulate water and create waves, fairly easy once you memorize his movement patterns. After completing these 3 basic levels, the next 3 locations open up. Woods, a forest level with dense vegetation, many annoying enemies, and the boss Bushrot, a plant mutant who can control plants to attack. Ray House, a dark dangerous level full of electric traps, the boss Megavolt manipulated electricity creating trees for Darkwing. And Tower, a tall level with numerous mechanisms and traps. Professor Moriarty, a nod to Sherlock Holmes, uses technology to create complex traps. I love this fight, it's taut and very satisfying. Finally, the last level is the Floating Fortress, where players face the main antagonist, Steelbeak. He's equipped with a metal beak but can be defeated easily with the right strategy. The game can be completed in under an hour if you have played it before and know all the mechanics. For beginners, it's a real challenge. I remember my first time playing. It tested my nerves, much like when I played Miyazaki games. Despite the frustration, the game atmosphere is wonderful and a joy to play. Technically, the game squeezes the maximum out of the NES. Sprites are large and the background have a multi-layers effect. Darkwing has 9 separate animations: jumping, crouching, shielding with his cape, shooting from different positions, impressive for the NES. Composer Yasuaki Fujita, who worked on Mega Man 3, created the soundtrack. The music is considered a lost classic, very atmospheric. Just listen this music by yourself. The game has interesting weapon mechanic. You can pick up bonuses on each level, choosing from Thunder Gas, shoot diagonally, useful against enemy on higher platform, Arrow Gas, ricochet of walls, allowing hits around corner, and Heavy Gas, exploded on impact, dealing more damage. Early builds had a fourth ammo type, Freezer Gas, which froze enemy, but it was removed from the final version. Ammo is limited, which makes the game strategic, deciding whether to use it on a regular enemy or save it for a boss. Little tip: save it for the boss, it makes fight much easier. By the way, the difficulty is fair but taut. Lives and ammo run out quickly and there are no saves, of course. The game is much harder than DuckTales or Chip and Dale, which allowed more mistakes. But bosses have predictable patterns, so after a few tries you can read them. Like many games of its era, there are lots of secrets hidden in levels. For example, in the server, certain wall height bonuses. You have to jump into empty space to find extra life or upgrade. You can also use different ammo types to reach hidden platform. Ricochet shoots can activate objects that regular bullets can't hit. If you complete the game without using continuous, this is very difficult. The final credits show an extra frame of Darkwing Duck smiling and winking. Not so much players ever saw this on the original NES. There are also rumors about lost levels. Some fans claim Capcom planned an additional level with Negaduck as the final boss, but it was cut due to deadlines. ROM data includes sprite tiles resembling Negaduck, but he never appeared in the game. In my childhood, some said you could jump over a rock in the final outscale and continue the game. But of course, no one ever saw this. So, that was the NES game Darkwing Duck. Write in the comment if you played it as a kid and which game you would like me to cover next. Thank you for watching, like this video and bye bye!